Hey mate, I'm sorry about the bad lighting, but I'm finally back to make some videos again, and I have taken some time to really reflect on my life more, and I have started to realize that, at least in my opinion, the only goal in life is to just live. And the reason behind this idea is that the more that I look around, the more I see people who, for example, are millionaires but still have problems. For examples, for example, are university students but still don't understand anything in the real world. And that's to say that outward things won't ever fill the void that you have inside yourself. At least that's what I have realized. And yeah, like for me, for example, today I went and watched how fishermen fished for 8 hours straight. I was just laying and watching the sun and just, I guess, tanning myself a bit, and no electronics, nothing, and it was really nice. And in my opinion, that's all we're meant to do, or not all that we're meant to do, but I have started to think that the way that society is built up, it's kind of needed that you have some insecurities, because if you're secure in yourself, then there is nothing that they can profit off of you. There is nothing that they won't have control over you, or over your life, like what you do. And that's not to say that they control your everyday life or anything, but that's more to say that, for example, if you really like money, and you're kind of controlled by money, and you do anything to get more money, or if you're out to find, I don't know, love or something, then you will just be desperate and try to find love and stuff, and you will probably never achieve enough of it to where you're happy. You think that you will be happy at one milestone, but then you give yourself a bigger milestone, and it's never ending. And well, I feel like a crazy person now that I'm talking like this, but to me, there was a Greek man called Diogenes who basically lived in a barrel, and he was just laying at like well laying in front of the sun. I don't know how to say it. And Alexander the Great, who was a very big leader back in ancient Rome, conquered half of the world, came over to him and asked him to he could give him anything that he wants. And Diogenes just said that well, then step away from in front of the sun. And that story, to me at least, shows it doesn't really matter how much you achieve in the outer world if you're never happy on the inside. Other people will make you think that you need to achieve, I don't know, all these things because of societal norms. Your parents want what's good for you, your close ones want what's good for you, and everybody thinks that getting a high paying job is good and all that. And while I agree that it is good, it didn't it isn't good if it adds unnecessary stress to your life. Why wait why wait with starting to live when you can start to live right now? And what I've also come to realize is that life is as happy as you make it yourself. Oh my god, the camera quality is so bad. I'm terribly sorry about that. I invested into microphone, but I should have invested into into camera maybe. Mm, but anyway, yeah, like if you just sit at home and you never do anything, then obviously life will be fucking depressing. And that's just how it is. You have to start doing the stuff that you want to do, and if nobody else wants to do it, then you have to do it by yourself. I have come to the like, well, at this point I always come to new realizations, and I will probably come to a new realization in about a month or so. But for now, for now, I have started to think that if you put goals outside of yourself, then you will be their like you will be controlled by it. You will be their servant, and you like will do anything to achieve those goals. But if you just live and like put those goals like working towards yourself, or like I don't know how to say it, then you only live for yourself. And for example, if you go crazy, then you don't you go crazy, so you don't lose anything. You can't ever lose if you're like really happy with yourself, because at any point in life bad news can come and you can be screwed over totally. But it's how you react to it. It's truly how you react to it. Like, if you go around thinking that every person is bad, everything is bad, and all is bad, then it's not like in math, you multiply -1 with -1, you get positive. In real life, you just get double negative. And is it really worth it to live life going around being negative all the time? I have fallen into the trap myself. I have always tried to be a kind and positive person, and I have been, I guess. I have been told by my classmates and people that are closer to me that I don't know, I'm just a chill guy, and I appreciate a lot by them, because that's who I want and try to be. And yet I was led astray by thinking that I need to study really, really, really hard to get into a, I don't know, a high paying job, that like to get a degree there so I can have more money. But it was making me fucking miserable for a month. And well, I was lucky that after a month I kind of realized that that's not what I want. And is having more like, is having anything that's outside of yourself like giving you happiness, or taking away from your happiness? If you, I don't know, like if you have so much money that you have infinite choices, then nothing like, I think the value of money is that you can't have everything that you want all the time, kind of. Because this is another idea that I kind of want to talk about, that I have read into Stoicism. It's a philosophy that basically says that if something is outside of the control of you, like if you can't control something that happens outside of yourself, then don't worry about it. Which basically means that if you have something to study for and you study it and you can control it, but you can't control like you can't control if the teacher, I don't know, grades you more harshly, or if he or she grades you like really easily, or like the external things, whatever they might be. Like you can't control if you're waiting for a bus and it arrives minutes later. You can't control it. It happens. And the reaction that you have, you can't control. But anyway, back to the other story. Marcus Aurelius was a leader who had everything that a man of his day could have had or wanted, or like anything. Yet he tried to look for like virtue, which basically means that he wanted to live a righteous life where he wanted to stay true to himself and be kind to other people and stuff like that. I'm sorry if the mic kind of I pointed it away from myself and it might have gotten really bad sound quality. Anyway, Marcus Aurelius had everything that he wanted. Yet now, and especially nowadays, if you think we have even more stuff than like Marcus Aurelius, and even he like, well, he handled it, but like he found it difficult to stay righteous with so many opportunities. Yet think about how many opportunities of stuff that we have nowadays that we can do, and how are like we it's even harder for us to stay righteous. That's to say that we have so much junk food that obviously people get fat. We have phones everywhere and it's so normalized that obviously people get addicted. And it's with everything in life. And the way that the society is built up right now and it's continued, and the way that it will be in the future, it wants us this way, in my opinion, because you're profitable. If you're never happy, then you will work more to try to achieve happiness, and in my opinion that's all a lie. And yeah, I really suggest looking into Diogenes. I looked into him a little bit more like yesterday's night, and I found a joke of his that he told, like, well, he lived like 2000 years ago, or 2000 and like 200 years ago, and I found a joke of his that I found really funny, and I want to kind of share it. Basically, a horse son was throwing rocks at a group of men, and Diogenes like kind of said that, like, be careful, son, you might hit your father. And that's crazy how, like, even though he like hit, I mean, lived 2000 years ago, he was like still like a person just like you and me. And I really want to ramble today. I might not post for a bit longer because of school and stuff, so I will just let it all out for now. Um, yeah, I'm sorry that I look a bit messy right now. I was out all day and I haven't like taken my evening shower. So yeah, sorry about that. But I think that I have, at least I this is my observation. I don't know if it's right, and you can think through it on your own. But what I have observed is that the way that social media and everything is built up, is so that people are kind of how do I say it? They are like worked up against each other. Like everything spreads so much hate because if, in my opinion, like I don't know what it is, but everything is so hateful nowadays. And I'm not any better sometimes. I mean, I'm hateful sometimes as well. Like I don't. It's normal, I guess. Like, but what I mean is that like on social media, like it's especially bad. Like you see people, one side hating on another side hating on another, or like I can't like my head is kind of empty right now, but like for example, liberals and conservatives like always fight and like whatever, and like it's crazy how divided social media makes us, or like all of this stuff. For example, even politics, like how much it divides us, or like I truly believe that as humans we all want like what's best for each other, but in my opinion people have just been messed up by other people. For example, if I look at like this is how my mind works, at least at the current moment. It might change for the worse, it might change for the better, who knows. But if I look at someone who is like mean to me, or who is kind of like an asshole, then at this point I don't even like think of them as a bad person. I just think of them like that they didn't have the same opportunities as me, and that they probably have something bad going on, or that they themselves are like feeling really bad, or like they they like had something bad happen to them when they were growing up. Because I truly believe that the negative stuff is like it's either learned behavior, or it's mm, it's a like it comes from not being at peace with yourself. And who am I to say that like how to be at peace with yourself? I think that it can't be taught. You can't teach someone how to be at peace with themselves. It's something that has to come from the inside and from you learning yourself throughout. And because every person is different, you have to take the journey on yourself. And nowadays, I think that it's sad that many people take the journey of trying to be at peace with themselves too late. And it's obviously because we are taught that we need a lot of money, and that we need this, we need things that are outside of ourselves. But what we really need is some simple time with ourselves, some time to think, some time to be, and to get over the fear of being alone and being judged. Nobody truly gives a fuck, is what I have learned. I just stroll around like alone. I go to the cinema alone, and that's not because I don't like have any friends, or like, oh, no, I sound like an insecure guy. Like, well, no, 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 I do have friends. Okay, but I actually do have some cool guys in my circle who I like really fuck with. But yeah, I do have friends, guys. I do have friends. Anyway, I think that we need to find comfort in solitude because at the end of the day, if you are not comfortable with yourself, then you will try to find things to distract yourself from yourself, basically, whether that be being with other people and stuff like that. And one way to get comfortable with yourself is to be outside and do things by yourself, because it, first of all, it gets rid of social anxiety, and second of all, it's like kind of cool. You get to explore things, and you get to explore what you like by yourself with your own like time and rhythm. But um, yeah, like just don't really buy into all of the like things that people say that what you need to do by a certain age or whatever. Actually, well, who am I to like say if what I'm talking is correct or if what I'm talking is not correct? You can like really choose for yourself and think it through if you have stayed for like this long. But like, well, I lost my thought now. Uh, just like, just chill out, honestly. At the end of the day, if you keep a positive mind, it will work out anyways. We don't need that much to just live. And if you're really at peace with yourself, then you will probably attract better things, a better quality of life. At least that's what I like to believe. But well, I'm still not totally at peace with myself. I still do stuff that I regret later on. I'm working towards it myself as well. And I think that we all are working towards it. And as long as you keep moving, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how slow you're going. And sometimes you just need to take a rest and not move at all, and that's completely valid as well. It doesn't matter what the society tells you to do. At the end of the day, oh my god, I'm sorry for yapping for this long. This is this is honestly like a rambling video now. But oh my god. Oh yeah. Anyway, holy shit. My hair looks so fucking messy. Uh, oh my god. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. I will talk now. I will talk. Uh, anyway, like, is it worth to live a life if you're just surviving? If if you are never truly living, but you're just living and just surviving, is it worth it? You can have all the status that you want, in my opinion, and everything, but it never comes from the outside. And why? Why do we, at least that's what I think, why do we think of ourselves smarter than people who have come before us, than the smartest philosophers, the people with far more knowledge and who have gone through these things that tell us that money, for example, money doesn't buy happiness. We don't take it as the truth. But yet, like, why don't we trust others at their word? Why is it an endless cycle that we have to repeat some mistakes to understand them? I don't understand. Well, I will probably repeat many mistakes that I've done before though. So I don't understand life myself actually, so who am I to judge? Anyway, yeah, like in my opinion, life isn't worth living if you're just surviving. If you want to live a life, live it. If you don't want to live a life, then well, hold up. I'm not talking about like heavy topics here. Um, but well, I kind of am. I think that if you like, for me, life isn't worth living if you're never living life and you're just surviving and you're living it away from yourself to try to like cope with the stressors of life. Rather just live life how it is. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, this was a really long rambling. Uh, I have nothing to say, honestly. I hope it helped somehow. If it did, that's cool. If it didn't, that's cool also. um, this is just something that I have figured out for myself, at least for now. Who knows what comes in the future? And yeah, honestly, like just chill out, man. Whatever you want to do, you probably got this anyway, and no need to be stressed. I mean, you got this, mate. Anyway, yeah, see ya.